Alright guys, Fuller coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. So in this video I kind of want to tap into the simple fact that now, upon reports from a couple of news sources that may not even be reliable, it appears that Canelo Alvarez is considering fighting Demetrius Andrade in September, and that contact has been made between the two parties involved in this particular fight. From what I've heard from the inside, it's all he say. Nothing is official. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing has even been sent on paper or anything like that. There's been nothing at all. It's just basically equivalent to someone saying, I'm going to fight this guy. That's basically all it is. Or it's equivalent to someone saying, is this a good idea to fight this guy? That's really all it is. There's nothing official. There's no offers being sent. There's nothing of that sort. You know, the way I look at it is this. Canelo, more or less, will probably fight the likes of Jaime Munguia or Kovalev. You know, I really don't see him taking an Andrade fight. Due to the simple fact that, you know, according to his fans, and I guess according to the boxing fan who watches boxing for a knockout, Andrade is not entertaining. Andrade is too technical for them. Andrade has a boring style, quote unquote. So, this is my honest to God opinion of what should happen. I really think that Andrade and Charlo should fight. I know the only thing getting in the way of that fight is the simple fact that they're on the other side of the fence when it comes to networks. This can be really worked around. I really believe, really and truly, it can be dealt with in such a way where Mr. Eddie Germ benefits and also the PBC benefits from it as well. My suggestion is that they just do a co-promotion type setup where they have it be on the PBC, but it also be on the DAZN. You know, that way you have two options to watch it. That way you have more flexibility. That way you cater to the old fan and you also cater to the new fan. You know? And I'm going to be honest with you. With that fight, since it is for unification, and with their growing stardom, seeing that they've both just picked up wins over the past weekend, you may mess around and be able to put that thing on pay-per-view, to be honest with you. You know? As long as it has a really good undercard. You may be able to slap it on pay-per-view. So honestly, this is a fight I really want to see. This is a fight that needs to be made. I just don't want dudes to try to wait around for Canelo, man, because at the end of the day, Canelo's going to do what he wants to do. I mean, it sucks that in boxing that in different, with different belts, you don't have any obligations to fulfill mandatories with WBC and stuff like that. So that's why Canelo was able to do what he did, you know. Other belts, they have obligations that need to be fulfilled. But even Canelo has found ways around that, you know. For example, the Derevyanchenko, I think he was next up in line for the, what is it? I'm trying to think. I think it's the WBA belt, or it may be the IBF, I don't know. But even that, Canelo has found a loophole around, you know. So when it comes down to it, Canelo's going to do what he wants to do. He's going to fight who he wants to fight, for the simple fact that fans accept it. You know, fans really don't care who he fights, you know. I mean, that's why they accepted him fighting Rocky Fielding, and they said, oh, you know, he's chasing greatness at a high weight class. You know, he's trying to become a multi-divisional champion, this, that, and the other, blase, blase. And that's kind of just the way it goes, you know. So I think this is the way that these two fighters should go. They should fight each other, you know, unify the division. Winner of that fight goes on and moves on to whatever the next challenge may be. And what I'm saying is that we don't even know if Canelo's going to stick around at 160, you know, because he said himself that, like, he wanted to become undisputed. But, I mean, he's going to have to get 2 belts to do so. And I don't see him getting those 2 belts, you know. Here's the other thing. This is the one thing I'm going to say as well. I mean, yes, it is a big payday fight. It is a big bag when you fight Canelo. That's why people want a Canelo fight, because of the simple fact that when it comes down to it, as of right now, he's a cash cow of the boxing world, you know. But I don't know, man, if people should take the fight sometime, because he always will put like stipulations in the fight, you know, like these rehydration clause and things like that, which will give the challenger like a disadvantage, basically. And so I don't know, man. To be honest, it's like with him, it's like you have to really put on some kind of clinic and send him to the clinic at the same time to get a decision, you know. And mind you, that's to just get a split decision. That's not even to get a unanimous decision, you know. So I don't know, man. It remains to be seen what they're going to do. I hope they don't wait around for a Canelo fight. I hope that they maybe throw it back and do what the greats did in the old days. Because pretty much, I'm not saying all the greats fought each other, but for the most part, they took all fades, and there was nothing that kept them from taking all fades. No promotional problems, no nothing, no network problems. So with that being said, I think they should fight one another. Because when you think about it, the middleweight division, back in the day, all of those dudes fought each other at one point or another. Like Wilford Benitez fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Tommy Hearns. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler fought Tommy Hearns. Roberto Duran fought Tommy Hearns. Roberto Duran fought Marvin Hagler. Roberto Duran fought, Sugar Ray Leonard. It was just like everything went in a full-fledged circle, you know what I mean? So that's what I think needs to happen right now, They just need to fight. That's what I think. And when I say they need to fight, I'm talking about Charlo and Andrade, And contrary to popular belief, I don't think, me personally, from, talking to Andrade's strength and conditioning coach and also talking to his pad man, I don't think Andrade's afraid of Charlo, I just think it's the network thing that is getting in the way. Because at the end of the day, like, some people say, oh, he was calling out Jermell Charlo. But most of the time that was at 154. And at 154, he said he'll humble both of them. You know what I mean? So, I'm not trying to stick up for him, but for the right money, I think that fight can be made. Because they're prize fighters and they want the right amount of money for the fight. So, it remains to be seen what happens. Hopefully, maybe the people at the zone can come together with people at PBC and they can make or come to terms to give both fighters something equivalent to what they would get for fighting with Canelo. You know what I mean? Maybe they have the resources to do that. So with that being said, that's all I got for now. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, let me know what you think should happen. Again, I don't buy the reports talking about Demetrius Andrade is going to fight Canelo. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what they're doing is saving face, because at the end of the day, Canelo is looking for, like, he's just throwing out names, but he hasn't even sent, like, Andrade an offer or anything like that. He's already sent people like Kovalev, people like Jaime Munguia. He sent them offers already. He hasn't sent Andrade an offer, so that's why I don't believe it. So with that being said, they should just fight each other, Charlo and Andrade. But that's all I got for now, guys. Fuller signing out. Andrade.